All right. Today I want to talk about tab management inside of your browser. So I'm going to give you an example of what I used to do in Google Chrome, and then I'm going to give you an example of what I do today, which is way, way better. So, give you some context. I used to be the guy that would share his screen on Zoom, and people would tease me and say, "Hey, Jason, I think you need to open up a few more tabs because you don't have quite enough." So let me show you what it used to look like. So if your browser looks like this with tons of tabs and you even need to hit this caret and there's even more tabs, then you found the right video. Okay. So my life was changed a couple years ago when I hired a project manager and I was sharing my screen on Zoom. And he said, "Hey, boss, you have a lot of tabs open. How do you keep those organized?" And I tried to tell him what I did. I was like, "Hey, I pin the things that I use most often here so that they're always showing up. And then the rest of these, yeah, it gets kind of crazy from there." And so I would kind of move tabs around and drag them and put them in different spots. And he was like, "Hey, you should definitely use this tool called Workona that I've been using for a while now." So let me show you what Workona is and how to use it. So this is Workona's website. Um, and what they do is they help create groups for your tabs. So let me show you Workona. Essentially, you're able to authenticate through Google, create a login, download it as a normal browser extension. I won't show you that because that process is pretty easy. Then what you do is you create these spaces. So what I love about this is, let's say you're a project manager and you work with 3 different clients or you have 3 different projects. You could name these client A, client B, client C, or project A, project B, project C, and have all of your tabs. So have your test environments, have your documentation, have your Jira instance project, Confluence pages, have all of those tabs organized under each one of these groupings. And so I'll show you, like, I can come here to my DPC community, and what it does is it loads the tabs from that are associated with this space. And so you can do this for all of your spaces, and it just keeps them saved and it keeps them, protected there so that you can always find them. So instead of having that sea of tabs, you can see I still have a good bit of tabs open, but where I have it broken out into 4 different groupings, it helps immensely. So I also use this for my personal email where I have like our family budget and all the spreadsheets and things, 401ks and stuff that way. And then let's say we're looking at doing a family vacation. I'll open up a space, call it family vacation, and we start searching Hawaii flights or we start searching Hawaii hotels. I can keep all of that stuff managed under the vacation tab. And then so forth. Whatever else you've got going on, it is amazing. So the tool Workona is actually free, and you can have, I think it's up to 5 spaces you can have for free. But if you want to create tons and tons of spaces, you can actually do a paid account. I think they start at like $5 a month and you can have unlimited spaces. And it's really amazing. Really, really amazing. So um, one more feature that I'll show you that's actually kind of cool too is inside of Workona, you can create tasks that you need to do and set reminders. And so if you're somebody that does a lot of heavy browser work, so like you're constantly inside of your browser and need those tasks listed out somewhere, this is a possible solution that you could use. I would use this. I typically use, I've got a Mac, I use the reminders app as well so that I can schedule things out and have groupings and things that way. But you can actually do groupings here too. So you could have reminders for people's birthdays and then tasks that you need to do and things that way if you wanted to use it that way. But the main thing that I use it for is these tab groupings. It's been absolutely awesome. So instead of, you can see this one's got a good bit underneath it. Instead of having tons and tons of, tabs up here across the browser that are really difficult to find and not properly grouped, you can use Workona. And so what's cool is you can come over here, let me log into Zoom. I can do my thing inside of here. And then when I'm done using this, Workona just has this little pinned icon here that you go to. And then you just switch over and you can go to the next one. And so I can, use ChatGPT and have it load. And it's an amazing tool. So can't recommend Workona enough. And hopefully this helps.